doing a 10-minute countdown, are we?
It's 10. It's
started
11:50.
Oh,
We started noon. We got network people. We got,
we got sponsors.
Yeah.
scheduling.
Able to tweet it out.
Why do you got to get going?
No,
I canceled my haircut appointment. You can see I totally need it.
we're good. Can't believe the OU game's at 11 tomorrow. Fucking sucks.
We're live.
I always have to wait to see what Jared's going to insert at the beginning.
His weekly insertion.
Yeah, I could never tell. I never have to want to talk because I know something's coming.
Oh yeah.
But welcome. We are the Pivot, right? Let's get this out of the way. We are in week 5 of the NFL. We
Yep.
are at DK Drafting Fantasy Football Show, brought to you by, let's see what we get in there, Vast Bank, executively produced by Toby Biocchini. I'm Matt Lyons. He's Jared, the producer, and Juice. Good morning or good afternoon, wherever we are. What are we? Midday.
Afternoon.
I guess it's right at noon. So, how is everyone?
Recovering from last week.
Bad week
Worst week so far.
for us, yes.
Brutal week.
Yeah.
Brutal week. We said some good things on the show. We didn't necessarily put together the best lineup.
I did not.
We made a few minor changes before kickoff, right?
Yeah, just a few.
Yeah.
Didn't help or really kill us.
There was a lot of Sunday morning news that changed the slate, in my
Right.
opinion.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we let's give it a little hindsight 2020 then. Let's talk about last week.
Yep. I just had it pulled up and then I pressed the button.
Let's not do that yet. Let's talk about where did we go wrong?
Everywhere.
All of it, mostly. There wasn't a play that we played that was in the Millionaire Maker. So,
That's probably a first.
yeah. I can tell you the Millionaire Maker now. If you'd
I guess
like.
we might as well talk more about that than our crappy team.
Yeah, it was not something you want to remember. It was a disappointment. All right, Millionaire Maker. Justin Fields, 32.9. Kamara.
We talked about that.
Yeah, we did. Kamara, 21.4.
Who
Arcane.
didn't see that coming?
Arcane?
Let's
Arcon?
all agree on this. A-Chan.
It's not.
It is. That's what he said.
No, he corrected us.
He corrected us from
This week.
A-Chain.
From A-Chain, yes. Oh, wait, what'd you say?
A-Chan.
No, yep, you're right. I'm wrong.
Usually.
Chan, 30 points. Ayuk, 23.8. Puka Nakua, 34.3.
Who didn't see that coming? I mean, it seems like we could have seen all this coming. I didn't see any of it coming.
DJ Moore, 30.1.
Did not see that coming.
Cole Kmet, 27.6.
It was the Bears week.
And it was a week for Nico Collins, 38.8 in the flex.
Probably
And then-
your second favorite player of all time on this show, right?
Yeah, I say his name a lot. Cowboys, 27 points for a collective points of 265.9 for the Millionaire Maker winner.
Cowboys 27
Yeah.
You know
Wow.
where I felt like I went wrong?
on every one of those things they just said.
I was really high on the high-priced receivers, but I had no Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
I had Diggs, and then we took him out of our lineup. So I don't even like mentioning that. 10 minutes before.
McCaffrey blew up, right?
He did 45 or 48.
But he wasn't in the Millionaire Maker?
He wasn't in the Millionaire Maker, no.
Shows you that price matters.
Yeah, price definitely does matter.
But other than that, the guy had the nuts.
He did. It was his best week ever in San Francisco so far.
I wasn't talking about McCaffrey. I was talking about the guy who built that lineup.
Oh, okay.
But
Anyways, what I said is still valid.
is he from San Francisco, the guy that won?
Maybe.
That's awesome.
Maybe he is.
Okay, so we didn't play any of that, right?
Wait, so
No, we didn't
should
play
we
it.
make one of Jared's insertions, a con?
Chan?
A Chan?
A Chan.
I thought we agreed on this. You mean for this week or last
No,
week?
just that's one of the insertions he uses for the season, you know? A con, is that what he's calling
Yes.
A con? Wait, I don't understand. I didn't play him last week. What? I
him?
missed
Just the
joke.
pronunciation, not
Oh,
the play.
the pronunciation.
Just
Okay.
the pronunciation.
Yeah.
Meaning you can call him that, but
Yeah,
nobody else
yeah.
can.
Okay.
Okay.
I get it.
So, okay. So that was Millionaire Maker. Ray's League, we didn't finish well. I finished like 24th, which was the best of the three of us, which isn't
Yeah.
saying a ton.
We finished 37th.
Who won it? Let's
We
give him
got
credit.
we got Mick Millen P, 209 points.
Okay. Who did he have?
He had Richardson,
Okay.
Joshua Kelly, Kyron Williams, Myers for the Raiders, Austin for Pittsburgh, Puka Nakua, Cole Kmet, Christian McCaffrey, Ravens.
So that lineup is just splatter shot, right? I mean, is there any correlation of that lineup in any kind?
Does not appear so. No.
Those seem to be the kind of lineups to be playing these weeks.
Yeah, really, truly.
I will continue to correlate and do all the stuff that I've been taught you're supposed to do and see if it works ever.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to add a segment this week. The reason we have the Juice is because the Juice has vital information, and I'd like Juice to share some information on guys coming back from injuries, guys injured. There's a lot of it this time of year, and obviously vital for building your DFS lineup. What are you seeing? Injuries affected last-minute changes last week. We had 2 quarterbacks ruled out, opened up the Stone Men on 2 quarterbacks. Anything? What are you seeing this week?
I think the biggest news probably affects a couple players is Cooper Kupp coming back.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, Puka Nakua's had the most yards to start the receptions to start
Fantasy
the season
points,
as a
whatever-
rookie of all time.
Whatever statistic you want to use.
Yeah, that's you would think that's got to, cut into his production somewhat. And McVay said that he's not going to play Cooper Kupp until he's fully healthy. So he must be fully healthy if you're
Wow.
going to believe coach speak on that one.
Yeah.
He is on the main slate.
He is on the main slate.
How much is Cooper Kupp going for this week?
He's not cheap.
He's 8,600.
Wow, they're prepared for Cooper Kupp to
They
be
are,
back.
yeah. So
And Puka Nakua is 77.
So I've heard a bunch in the industry that it affects Nakua more than it affects Atwell. True?
I think it affects all of them, but I think it's going to affect Nakua more because he's getting the majority of the production
Right.
so far.
And he plays, I think Atwell plays more of a slot type than Nakua and Kupp, right?
Yeah, it's interesting because, and I haven't really thought about it this way, but people have been saying, would you play Cooper Kupp at 6,600 every week if that was his salary?
That's what they've been saying about Nakua, right?
Yes. And that's essentially what Nakua's been. It's
Right.
Cooper
Yeah.
Kupp.
He might be even Cooper Kupp on steroids a bit.
Well, Cooper Kupp was pretty damn good.
That's true.
He was, we were paying $10K for Cooper Kupp at
Yeah.
one point. So the 8,600, it depends how you want to look at it. That could be a discount. You know what I'm saying?
You think Cooper Kupp wins some tournaments this week, or do you think he's?
I don't know.
sla-
It's such
you
a
think he's
miss.
slate effective.
I think that if he might be on a snap count this week.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to be a millionaire maker.
The other one that might possibly be back is Jonathan Taylor.
Yep.
Any information on him, Juice?
He practiced full go yesterday.
Okay.
He's still listed as out, but they could bump him up. Saquon Barkley is another one that's questionable.
He's
Probably
the-
be a game time decision.
He's the highest, most expensive running back on the slate, and he's injured.
Yep.
Yep. Jonathan Taylor's only 6,800 this week. So if he comes back full force, it might be something to look at.
If he gets Moss-like numbers at 6,800,
Yeah. There's Ramondre Stevenson is questionable. Javonte Williams is questionable. I think a sneaky sort of big one is Miles Sanders is questionable.
Okay. What about San Francisco? Debo? We have them on our slate. Is Debo back? Or he played last week, right?
He did play.
Played sparingly and not well necessarily.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine.
Who else? It's got the questionable tag. Devontae Adams is Monday night game.
St. Brown does a
Amon
questionable
Ra,
tag.
Sun God.
Josh
is,
Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, St. Brown hasn't practiced yet,
Oh wow.
whatever that means.
So Reynolds and St. Brown out would add
Potentially.
Jamison Williams is projected to be back this week for Detroit.
with Brown, maybe St. Brown and Reynolds banged up.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's 4,000.
Do you think that makes the tight end
Jameson Williams?
Laporta look more favorable?
I think so.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
sure.
He's still a decent price.
He's 5K this week.
He might be getting a lot of volume. Anything else on the injury front before?
let me ask you this though: would you rather play Laporta at 5K or Mark Andrews at 5,500?
I don't know if Laporta's getting the volume. I think he might. That's a tough one. I
That
think.
is a tough one.
I like Hawkinson. I think on our slate, Hawkinson and Kelsey are your only.
I will say last week Andrews 5 targets, 5 catches, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yep, he's back.
So highly efficient last week.
I like it. Don't get me wrong. I forget about Andrews sometimes this year.
I do too. I've continuously forgot about him.
His salary is just so sort of tempting. Like when I look at Mark Andrews at 5,500, I'm like, huh? But last week he paid it off for sure.
Well, let's transition over to everybody's favorite segment, or at least their favorite intro music, and that is our 50-cent pieces here. This is part of the show where we discuss what games Vegas has slated to go over the 50-point total and what games we think might get over the 50-point total, and maybe even give you some indication on games that we don't think will get there. I have done a little bit of research, and I think we're in the normal realm for each week, and there's not a whole bunch of 50% pieces, correct?
I
have
a
not
guess.
factored into the Sunday night, Monday night games. Go ahead, Jared. I think you have less info on this.
All right. I think that there is 3 50-cent pieces.
Matt?
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
One.
No! No!
Might as well hit that again.
No, me? I missed.
No, God!
This must be the.
No, God, please,
This must be the
no!
their Monday night game. Must be a 50-cent piece.
You said 3, you said 1, right?
It's
Yeah.
two.
It's 2.
Yeah.
Ah.
Because Vegas, Green Bay is a 50-cent piece, right?
No.
Oh,
Kansas City
That is, yes.
is definitely a 50-cent piece.
who's the other one?
And then I think they're just going to go with Miami
no,
Giants.
that's definitely not it.
We spent a lot of time talking about a lot of players from this game.
The Rams.
Yeah, the Rams and the Eagles. 50.
Rams and the Eagles. Okay.
Right at 50?
Right at 50.
Okay, I think that must have been bet up because I think at one point there was only one. Because, like I said,
Could be.
I've done a little research on this.
So you cheated a little bit.
I told you openly, I tell you on the weeks that I've prepared and not prepared for these type of things.
Well,
I have no preparation on ownership percentage, so I should miss all that.
I thought Giants Miami would be the third 50
So is
cent
that
piece.
your favorite?
No, it's not my favorite, but I like it. I have some plays in that game definitely.
Okay, well, give us your favorite game to go. What's your high scoring game of the week?
Giants and Dolphins is 47.5.
So it's not too far off.
No.
Not too far. Probably Kansas City, Minnesota.
Okay,
Probably.
that's
I mean,
a great choice. Thank you.
well, I
for
mean,
that.
does it make
we
sense?
appreciate that. Hey,
It's in the dome.
It's in the
I
dome.
mean,
Yeah.
You in Vegas. I mean,
Yeah.
How about one that's not the top point predicted
Well,
game?
then I'll just go with Giants Miami.
And that's what. Okay, we got you. It took us a while, but we got him there. Right? I said, "Is that your favorite?" Not my favorite. Okay, but okay. The two favorites are the. You have a sneaky one somewhere.
A sneaky one? No, I
Okay.
don't. I don't.
That's great.
I don't know where to look there. I like Miami Giants. I like Kansas City, Minnesota.
I like those games.
I kind of like Houston, Atlanta a little bit too.
On our slate, I like the Monday night game. I like Green Bay and Las Vegas. I think that's good. I think that's got to be a high scoring game.
Am I losing my mind? Is Minneapolis, is it a dome or is it not a dome?
It's a dome.
It is a dome, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I'm thinking it wasn't a dome. Like, okay. The Chiefs Vikings obviously is very intriguing. The Eagles Rams. What do y'all think about the Cowboys 49ers?
I get scared off of those games. I've been, like I said earlier to you guys, been pre-show that I'm scared of DFS. I get easily scared off games with really good defenses for some reason, and then they end up shooting out, and I miss out completely. I can say I have not built a lineup yet that has a Dallas San Francisco player in it.
Wow. Okay.
I haven't been targeting it at all. What do you think about it?
Man, I don't know. I mean, there are like a lot of good plays from those games, but again, I think they're two really good defenses. But the total has me kind of thinking like 45 is an intriguing total.
They're both really good offenses too, so
They are.
that's the weird thing. Now, San Francisco seems a little banged up and a little McCaffrey oriented, but he seems to be able to pull it off every week. So
Yeah, I mean he's 9,400 this week against a pretty good defense.
but to pay that off, I mean, you literally have to get 30.
I mean, like we saw, he wasn't even in the Millionaire Maker at that price.
Right. Literally have to get 30, which he got 50 last week, so that's a lot better than 30. So, what do you think about that game, Juice? You got any particular?
Honestly, no, I haven't really thought too much about it because I haven't looked at the salaries for the Sunday night games. I'm assuming McCaffrey's up there.
He is 9,400.
9,400.
I'm assuming like some of the Cowboys guys are up there.
I think everybody's pretty expensive in that game. I didn't.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard 7,600.
A little expensive for going against the number one run defense.
Lamb is 7,300.
What do y'all think about the Bengals Cardinals? I mean, this is about as cheap as we're ever going to see Joe Burrow.
That's what I was going to say. If you want a sneaky, potentially high scoring game, isn't Cincinnati, Arizona in that list?
It's 45, so it's right in line with
I mean, even the Giants put up big numbers against the
Cardinals.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a game you can target. Can the Giants keep it competitive with the Dolphins?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a 50-cent piece. So
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
it's up there. It's 47.5.
yeah,
There's a couple of games I just kind of want to like nix off. Like the Saints Patriots, I want nothing from that game.
Kamara is tough to not look at after his 15 targets
For 33 yards.
yeah.
But still 15 is
15, I think he had 13 catches for 33 yards.
he got there. So
He got there.
He's 6,300. Yeah, 14 targets. That's ridiculous.
That's insane.
Yeah.
The Ravens Steelers, I don't want any part of that
I got
game.
no part of
No,
that game.
yeah, I don't want that. We got a question up there. If you guys can see it.
Let me read it here. Would you trade away Bijan and Pickens for Lamb and
Yes.
And who? Lamb and who?
Octane.
Achane?
Oh yeah.
His running backs are Bijan, Saquon, Kyron, Hall. Jeez, good running backs.
I would do that.
I would do it. I'm not as high on Pickens as I was preseason. You got Pickett hurt now, so you're dealing with potentially the second quarterback in Pittsburgh,
Which is what Mitch
Trubinsky.
Trubinsky.
Pickens I think he had his best game on Sunday